Yes, guys, welcome back to another MCFC Connect video. Today we're talking about September and what interesting month it was. But before we get into that, guys, welcome to the new setup. I do hope you like it. This is the setup from now on, permanent setup as of now. Currently going for a setup a season at the moment, so we'll see how long this one lasts. But look, big ups to everyone tuning in. I appreciate the support on the channel as per usual. And without further ado, let's talk about September and one interesting month it was to talk about. And there was no better way to start it off, of course, than a win against Manchester United in the derby at the Etihad. A real good win. Haven't beaten United before this since April 2024, which is a while. It means we went a whole season without beating them. But 13 shots and 6 on target, it was good, and it was very different from us. Okay, because as you can see, we kind of let United have a bit more of the ball. But more than that, it was the setup that really, really did cook for us, because you saw in the game, Pep absolutely got it spot on in this one. Overfilled the midfield, which really made players like Bruno and Ugarte struggle. United had some threat. It was a great debut for Donnarumma as well. I just want to mention, real good save against Mbuemo. He was sharp. He was on it. And overall, just a great performance from us. Real good. And Haaland scoring, Foden looking hopefully back to his best at this time. And Jeremy Doku probably had one of his best games in his City career. I believe he got 2 assists, or was it just one? No, it was 2. 2 assists he got. So pretty good from Jeremy Doku. We have to say, I'm a player. I'm a person that's given Doku a lot of flack. Something's just fallen over. I'm a person that's given Doku a lot of flack for his efforts at the moment, mainly due to consistency. But hey, he sticks to this consistent level. I'll be his number 1 fan. Now then, on to the Napoli game. First game of the Champions League. A game, again, I was very worried about. I didn't get to watch this one, but I was very worried about it because Napoli are a good team. I wasn't really sure where we were at, despite winning the derby emphatically. And we absolutely smashed Napoli in terms of stats and whatnot. 1 shot the whole game. Look, you can make the argument Napoli got unfortunate with the red card, but ultimately it was a red. It's not like we robbed them. There, Haaland's running in 1-on-1, and he takes him down. That is the denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. It's a penalty. And so for me, yeah, it was a great win, and look, Napoli are a good team, they're a good defensive unit, and to still be able to score 2 goals against them shouldn't be completely snared out. Doku had a really, really good game again here, and with a very top goal. From what I watched, an assist for Reinders, an assist for Foden, real good. It was again great football in a game that we didn't really know where we were at, of course. De Bruyne, as well, his return to the Etihad, it only lasted about 22 minutes because of the red card. He was the man that got subbed out to help them out. 26 minutes he was on, so De Bruyne's return, short-lived, but still, he was welcomed back, of course, with nothing but love and support from City. And now we move on to our only dropped points of the month against Arsenal at the Emirates. A game where it was very not like us in terms of how we approached it, because we sat back, mainly. We didn't completely park the bus, but we weren't trying to play through Arsenal. It was long balls we were relying on, and yeah, we didn't really have much more in us other than that. Long balls and counters. It's very much not like us, and it worked. To be fair, for the most part, I went into this game not thinking we'd win. I thought that a loss was definitely a huge possibility, and ultimately, we kind of leave a bit disappointed with a draw, considering how late they equalised. The equaliser came so late. It's a good goal from Martinelli. He hits it well. But ultimately, we leave a bit disappointed. If you asked me before the game, would I have taken a draw? Yeah, I would have, to be honest. So that's why I'm not as disappointed as I could have been. But watching it, I would have been gutted, because this would have been huge. this would have been absolutely huge. Haaland scoring a goal as well, another one at that. An assist from Reinders, I believe, on this one, if I'm not wrong. You can have a look. Yeah, assist from Tajani Reinders. So, yeah, a brilliant, a good effort from us, because even Pep said it, we didn't have what it took to play through them and whatnot. Okay, we weren't good enough to do that kind of football, so we had to approach it this way today. Because Arsenal are better than us right now. Don't like to say it, but they are as an actual team. Okay, despite the good performances this month, probably one of our best months over the last season. We are still not quite there. We're still trying to completely gel. Arsenal have very much got it going at the moment. They've got a very well-oiled machine at the moment. You can only compliment them for it. But ultimately, a really, really good result, I feel. A draw at the Emirates is more disappointing for them than it is for us. In terms of what they could have done. Would I have liked to have won? Obviously. Always got to keep a winning mentality. But a draw at the Emirates, it's not bad. I take that at Anfield, don't I? So it could be a lot worse. So now then we move on to our next win. Huddersfield away from home. Phil Foden and Savinho with the goals. I believe it was an assist and a goal for Phil. Again, there's not much to say on this one. And to be fair, standard performance. We did what we had to. Went to Huddersfield, got the job done. No silliness. Yeah. Bob's your uncle. Rested players. Got to see Mikasa play, which is great. Bob got some football. Lewis played. Plays into the likes of Ake as well, and Stones. O'Reilly's been brilliant as well. But overall, great performance. And Calvin Phillips, first time in a City shirt since probably 2024 Jan. So ultimately, really, really good stuff from City here. Go through to the next round. Not much more I can ask for. And now we move on to the final game of the month, Saturday, 27th of September. Another one I couldn't watch. A brace of own goals from Maxime Esteve. Unlucky, to be fair, it's rough. A goal from Nunes and 2 goals from Erling Haaland again. And I believe Nunes got an assist in this as well, by the way. Apparently had a very good game. But ultimately, again, really, really good. 5-1. Not much to complain about at the Etihad against Burnley. We should be expecting to win against Scott Parker's team too. Scott Parker, I don't rate him as a Premier League coach. Again, my viewpoint on Scott Parker, it's not only mine. I'm no genius for it, but good in the Championship. Okay, he'll probably get you promoted. Okay, and probably if given the right tools. But in the Premier League, just probably don't cut it. It's probably not the best option. And you know what? Fair enough. To be honest, if you're good for the Championship, keep going there, keep promoting teams and whatnot. You'll be loved ultimately. And it's exactly what he's done with Burnley. I don't think they'll survive with Scott Parker though. And so a 5-1 win to be expected for me, to an extent. But no diss onto Burnley. I actually like Burnley to a level. Kyle Walker's obviously there, and I don't completely hate Kyle Walker. I do still. There is still a level of love for him and everything he did for the club, and despite stuff around him. But never mind. Ultimately, though, again, really good performance. Real good shining moments of this. Another assist for Doku. Haaland with an assist. He got 3 goal contributions this game. So you know what? Big ups to Haaland. Big ups to the team, actually. Really, really good month. In terms of player of the month, because I would like to do my own little player of the months. They're quite fun. I'll probably go Haaland because 2 goals here, goal here, no goals there, 2 goals there. So what is that? 6 goals and an assist, I believe, 7 goal contributions in 6 games. It's not bad, isn't it? In 5 games. It's not bad at all from Erling. Phil Foden up there too, Doku, and Nico O'Reilly. Extremely impressed with him this month. He was so good. Even Kusanov to a level, but he got injured at Arsenal, sadly, so he only got to play about half the games. But look, so I'm going to give it up for Haaland, but big ups to the other players too. And big ups to everyone who tuned in. Of course, back tomorrow with a Brentford watch-along. I'm absolutely psyched to be back on watch-alongs because that's what it's all about, really. Hope you enjoyed this video, though. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss tomorrow's stream because it's a big one, of course. Brentford, if we win tomorrow, we are 2 points behind Liverpool as they've lost. So, look, big ups to everyone who tuned in. I appreciate the support as per usual, and I'll see you all in the next one.